Welcome back to the season finale of the Lead
podcast. Guys, we've made it. We've been consistent. We've done it. We did it. So today's episode.
What's your name?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was just excited. My name is Blessing.
My name is Faith.
And before, we have a very special speaker with us
Naomi is
today.
in absentia.
Yes, we miss her. We love her. But we have a very, very special guest speaker today with us. She is, some may call her the CEO, but she is the CEO. She, the pave maker. You know, she made the roads. You know, without her, like, we wouldn't be here today. Lead wouldn't be a thing. Women's lives wouldn't be changed. Women's lives wouldn't be helped. So let's give it up for our beautiful guest, Mrs.
Our founder.
Name her, please. She's your mother.
Atinika Adeboye.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you being here.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for coming to be in our season 1 finale for our last episode called What's Next?
What's next?
So obviously this is the last episode of the season, and we obviously want to forecast or show that what's going to happen next in our next season, and what other events or what other foundations or stuff that we're going to lay for the next period of the LeadLeague. So we thought, why not bring the founder? It just made sense of the non-profit organization.
Non-profit organization.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question, Blessing, do you have it?
The first question, obviously, before we go into what's next for Lead, we want to ask how Lead came up. Or for even those who don't know, what does Lead even stand for?
Okay. First and foremost, I want to appreciate you ladies. You guys have been doing very, very great job.
Thanks.
I always listen to your podcast, and it's been awesome. Well done, ladies. Well done.
Thank you to us.
So I'm honored to be, one of the founders of Leads, and just as the ladies say, they say I'm the CEO. Well, I won't call myself the CEO, but I'll just call myself like the leader of the team. And we had a very, very good team. Leads, it's actually an acronym for Ladies Experiencing All-Round Development. And ladies range from a young girl to an adult, as long as you are a woman, okay? As long as you're a female. So we are all ladies. You can be from 5 years old to 80 years old, depending on the age range you find yourself. Mm-hmm. So we are actually going into our 5 years now.
It's going to be 5 years, guys.
Yeah. 5 years. Yeah. It's been a journey. It started in 2018 with an idea that dropped into my mind, which actually spanned from the experience I've had as a person. Mm-hmm. And what actually breaks the camel's back that make me started this is what I went through. I work in the financial industry, and I get good pay, and I enjoy my job, and I never thought of having any other source of income, so recession came. Unfortunately, I got laid off, and I tried to get another job. Yes, I got another job in the financial industry, but I could not even get that kind of pay I was getting before I was laid off. It was just about 1/3 of what I was getting. So I had to speak to myself. I need to harness my gifts, my talents to start making money, to have other streams of income, because I don't know what can happen again. And I started doing this, and from there I became a coach. My friends realized the things I'm doing. People started reaching out to me. How are you doing this? You have this business on the side and you're still a full-time employee. And this actually helped make me to help so many people to develop themselves and start harnessing their gifts and talent. And this is what Bat leads. I now started focusing on young ladies because I realized that if I have had this knowledge way when I was younger, I may have not find myself in the situation I found myself after losing my job. Yeah. It wasn't easy at all at that time. So I started focusing on young ladies to help them to enhance their skills, to help them to focus on developing their skills, to help them to understand that they can live a fulfilled life. It's not only being an employee. You have gifts, you have talents that have been deposited in you by God that you can use to make yourself happy, to provide the things you need for yourself, rather than, God forbid, you lose your job and your enemy falls into depression and it leads to mental health problem and things like that. So, and this is how Leads came about. And so that's to answer your question, how I came about Leads.
So that's a very good example of turning a bad situation into good.
Into a fruitful one, yeah.
A fruitful one. And not only fruitful for yourself, but fruitful for others. As you said, younger ladies and everything. So, yeah, it's not easy. But she did that, period.
And how has the journey for the 5 years been with Leads?
Wow.
Has it always been a smooth ride or...
Actually, when I started, I was able to put a team together because I believe in collaboration. I believe in working as a team. I don't believe in one-man island, especially when it entails working with women, empowering women to be their full, to develop into their full capacity. I listened to one of your podcasts where you are talking about purpose, and this is one of the things I want people to be able to realize. This is the reason why I'm created, and I need to achieve that purpose. I have everything already deposited in me, but if you don't realize it, you may not be able to, work towards achieving that purpose. So I brought some team members together. And we do brainstorm, think about things we can do. And initially, when we started, it was not really bad. The first event we had was very, 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 very good. We brought in speakers. We brought in people that are already doing things that younger people can see and emulate. It's more like a workshop and also like an exhibition. Yeah. You have people that they have their full-time job and they have other businesses. They came, they show the business. They teach young people how to, get into that kind of business, how to identify the talent that they have. So we have like catering, baking, we have fashion, we have...
Was that the one at Abbey Street?
That was the second one. It was really, really good. We had different ones, but unfortunately COVID hit. And we had to change our trajectory because we always try to have a workshop. We have paint and sip. We go into, the first paint and sip was in... in a park. It was so beautiful, sitting on our picnic mat and painting, looking at the sky. So people come together, we chat together, brainstorm, bring up ideas together, and from there individuals realize that, oh yes, I have this passion for this and I have a support group. So we are more or less like a support group. I'm a qualified coach, so I coach people on how to start business, identify the kind of business they can start, because you can have 4 or 5 ideas, but there's so many other things you have to put into consideration: your environment, the time consume, the time that kind of business we consume, the target market. So I help people to actually, make sure that they go into the right kind of business at the particular time and develop the kind of ideas that. So, but when COVID hit, we had to rethink, because we could not go out, and we started this Instagram lives, which was one of the things that really, really make people to actually know that we are doing a lot of things, because we are able to reach out to people all over the world. even in Africa. We get people that come on to our Instagram live. So we bring in different people from different areas, fashion, career talk, finance talk, people that are qualified, that are well grounded in those areas. We bring them into our Instagram live. People ask questions and we get emails. So, we do follow up. And so this is a non-for-profit organization. Normally most of the things we do, we put money together and do it ourselves. And we also have, we support people back in Africa, support young people going back to school. We get them some materials. We support widows that want to start business. We fund them. So we do a lot of things. And that has been our journey for the last 5 years. It's been very, very interesting. It's been ups and downs, just as anything can be. But it's quite fulfilling. And I will do this again and again.
Yeah. That was a good 5 years.
Like, I remember when the Instagram live started. Yeah. And, like, one thing with Leads, I would say, is it helped me a lot with my own personal development. And, obviously, that's the whole purpose of Leads. Obviously, I was born into the thing, as I've said before. And I remember the Instagram lives that happen. Obviously, you need someone to host the lives. And they will say, oh, Faith, you're going to do the lives today. I would look at it and say, I don't want to do the lives today. But, obviously, that made me comfortable enough to be, in front of the camera and talking to people and being a public speaker. And that even helped me in my own personal social media, whatever that was, that period of time that was. So I would say that there has been stories, especially me, I don't know about Blessing or like Naomi as well. We would say that Leads has had like a beneficial impact on my life and what I do. Also as well, the content creation. I do a lot of the editing and the posters and flyers that we do. And if it wasn't for Leads, I wouldn't have an outlet for that at that time anyway. I wouldn't know that I'm interested in editing and graphic designs. Not graphic design, but like being creative.
Yeah.
In your creative aspect came up through that.
Because even I recently, I know I might seem that like I'm, what was I going to say?
Shy?
No, not shy, but I'm like, well, I only joined as in like I've always known of Leads, but I've only joined the team recently. Yeah. Only like it's actually it's coming up to a year.
Yeah,
that's why we're so fast. But only up to a year. So even before I was like a team member, like looking on from the outside, it was always a great thing, seeing the flyers, going to the workshops. I remember going to one, as you said, the second one that we did in Abbey Street. And we got to see like people from different kind of fields in life come together. And it was such a great outcome. Output people. There's a great number of people. I forgot what the word is. But and even the Instagram lives as well. Like one thing about the Leads group is they're so persistent with their publicizing a notification. Literally every week, flyer upon flyer, chill and master every
chill and master.
Yeah, that was the name of the Instagram live.
They don't stop at all. So it's good to see it paying off. Definitely.
Should we do another live?
Yeah, we do.
Because we haven't done it in a while, actually.
Yeah, since
the
September.
last one was in September.
Yeah. So we used to have one every month anyway. Yeah, but I think with the podcast that was going on,
and COVID, things have been opening up more, obviously.
Yeah. And planning our 5 years.
Yeah.
So for our 5 years anniversary anyway, we will have, obviously this is in the future, but this is going to be in the past when this episode comes out. But we'll have a brunch that we're doing called Bloom with Leads and stuff. And obviously we're putting together our different skills, event planning as well. I know we hired an event planner, but I think she was part of the team at some point anyway. Content creation, planning as a team, organizing, outreach. We're reaching out to different creatives, decorations and stuff. All our skills put together to have a free brunch for different girls to come, network with each other, because that's a big reason for developing. You need to network. For all these girls to come and network with each other, meet new people, and also develop as ladies. So I think that's one main thing I really like. Every year we always try and do something different. The paint and sip as well. That was a really everyone who went to that really enjoyed it.
Of course, yeah.
As well, we try to switch it up, because we're not the same. We're always
Changing.
evolving.
We're dynamic.
And I just know right now there will be some pictures somewhere about the brunch, but I know it'll be very good and very informative. Just for you yourself, should I call her mom on this thing? Your own background. Coach. You talked about you being a coach and everything. Just give us, a biography
of myself.
An autobiography of yourself.
Okay. I would love to do that. I was born in an African country, the most beautiful African country, Nigeria, a few years back. Mm-hmm. And I was born into a Christian home. And I was raised to be passionate and very, very helpful. And I was also raised to love people and also go for whatever I desire to do. So I thank God for this upbringing, because this is one of the things that really helped me to get to where I am today, to be able to be who I am today. As I said, I'm a Christian. I give all glory to God. So I'm a graduate.
Don't play with her. Don't play with her.
She goes to college every year.
I know you're saying that. I love studying, so that's one thing about me. I have so many degrees, so many masters. Anyway, I'm thinking of going for my PhD anyway, so I put that out there. She's trying to stop me, but I'm not going to stop you.
I'm not stopping anyone. Do what you want to do.
Okay, so and I moved into the island a few years back. I think over 20 years now. And Ireland have been a place I really, really love. I've been able to spread my wings. I've not actually had any kind of resistance. I've worked with a government organization, Office of Public Works. I've worked with high supermarket like Marks and Spencer. I've worked with banks like Ulster Bank. I've worked in different categories, and I've been able to, achieve whatever goal I set for myself. And this is one of the things that makes me to believe that if you believe in yourself and your capabilities, and if you develop your skills, you will become a sought after. You will be loved. You will be needed. So at the moment, I recently changed my career from finance into IT. So I say project manager, scrum master at the moment. So I've had a good fair share of life. I've had my ups and downs as well, but I give glory to God. So, those are the things I really want to put there about me. And one of the things you have to do as a person to really, really be who God have called you to be is to be very, very observant. You see, when you're observant and you notice what is going on around you, you will be able to make an impact. Aside Leeds, before I got into Leeds, I had a group which is more into the religious aspect, and we pray for children in my house every weekend.
Oh my God.
I remember that.
Oh my God, every Saturday like 5.
And this goes on for years, almost 10, 15 years before I stopped. And it's not that I wanted to stop. God said it's time to move on, So it's important to be observant and be attentive, And any environment you find yourself, try and work with children. No matter who you are. Don't say I can't work with children, because they are the future for tomorrow. You yourself, you were once a child. So it's important to listen to children and try and support them to develop themselves. So these are the two nuggets I really want to give, especially ladies listening to me. And if you have the older age, I told you, Lead is ladies experience all around development, and it's of every age range. So it's not only for young girls or adults. So please and please, even at your own age, you can look at the younger ones, maybe 8, 9, 10, 12, and start working with them. Try to notice what they are good at and try to help them to develop it. One thing I learned is we are not good at everything, but it's important to develop your strength. We have weaknesses, but don't focus on your weakness. Focus on your strength. It's your strength that will actually get you to achieve whatever goal you set for yourself. You can always outsource your weakness. Believe me. I was telling a friend recently, I think a year ago, we were discussing, there was a lady we saw online, and she was ordering for food, like African food. And she got the food, and she was now recording it that, she got these, different varieties of food. And my friend was like, but she's a girl. Why is she ordering for food? Can't she cook? I said, well, first thing is she may not be good at cooking. It's gone are those days that you kill yourself to do what you are not good at. She may not be good at cooking. Instead of spending 8 hours in the kitchen, that 8 hours, she can use it to make dollars or euros or whatever currency she wants. Actually, it was dollars. She's an American. So I said, let us change this mindset. You might have a passion for something and you really want to know how to do that thing. That's fine. It's your call. You understand? For me, let's say I have passion for poetry. I want to go and start playing with clay every weekend. That's my passion. But it's not that I'm now going to kill myself and force myself when I know it's not what I can do. So these are the things we need to start thinking about as ladies. You can always outsource your week. Focus on your strengths. If your strength is cleaning the house, yes, focus on cleaning the house. Outsource the food. There are so many catering outlets out there. Let them, and you put them in your fridge. And then you use your time for whatever you like to do. So, and these are the things I really want us to start looking at, especially as ladies. Because we have been wired in some ways that, as a woman, you have to know how to do this, do that. And so women are killing themselves and they don't know how to do it. And they are wasting their talent away, trying to fill in a gap that they can't fill in. So try and make sure you don't fall into those category of women. So these are one of the first thing I tell my ladies. Your gift, your talent, harness it. Work on it every time, every minute. Make sure you are the best of it. Let people know you for something. You can, if you still have desire for other things, yes, but let them know. Like for you now, you're in the healthcare industry. It's something you like. So, for the first thing I will know you about is, she's a nurse. Definitely, and be the best of the nurses out there. If you want to, maybe a children nurse, travel nurse. I know. One of your last, was it your last podcast? You were talking about a lady. She's a travel nurse or something.
Oh yeah.
Nurse Bra.
Exactly. She's known for that. She may have other passion that she feels in. So it's important to harness whatever it's your strong core, and let people know you for that. And that's why I try to preach every time. So that's my journey. That's my biography. Any other question?
I would say, how did you, obviously I would say during, obviously this 5 years with Leeds and your whole life, you must have had some ups and downs. And like you see, for example, you said you were laid off around the time of COVID. How were you able to turn it to your favor or spin the situation around positively and make it a success?
Actually, it wasn't at COVID time I was laid off. I was laid off some years ago, even before I started, what's it called? I started Leeds. And that's what I tried to say. When I was laid off, normally I in my old job, I told you I get good pay. I travel. I enjoy my life as much as I could, you know. And I thought it's going to continue like that. Yeah. But when I was laid off, although it was a voluntary one, but it has to happen. So I had to go for it. But when I was laid off, I perceived that I'm good at what I do. I will get a job like that. That was one of the reasons why I took the voluntary package. Oh my God. But I never really sat down and think about, okay, if I even get that job, will I get this kind of pay? Because it was a recession period for the country. So it's not that it's only my organization. It's everywhere. But I did not take note of that. And that is one of the lessons I learned. You know, before you make any decision, look at the pros and cons of before you take any decision. I was like, oh my God, I'll get severance package, more money for me, and then I'll get another job. You know, that was all I was thinking about. Unfortunately, it didn't happen like that. I got another job quite all right, but I couldn't get a job that would pay me what I was getting before, because most organizations are actually letting go of people of higher grade salary. That's what they are trying to do, to bring in people of lower grade salary. So how I turned it around was to sit myself down and think about other sources of income. Because I realized I could not survive on this income with my children, my family, and the lifestyle I built for myself. I cannot survive. And rather than thinking, because initially I was almost thinking, worried, and getting myself into unnecessary depression. But thank God for the Christian background I have. I think it actually helped me, and my family, my sisters, my parents. My dad was still alive then, and I was able to talk to them, to tell them what I was really going through, and they were able to advise me, oh, life is not like that, you get something else. So I now actually sat down and started thinking of what can I do again? I know I cannot actually get a job that will pay me. It's not about changing my job now. It's about getting something on the side. And I started looking at what I'm good at. And the first thing that came out was cooking. I love cooking.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
And I know I make some bad-ass food.
Okay, down in the kitchen, child.
Ephrata choices.
Ephrata. And I came up with Ephrata choices. Yeah. That's one of my franchise, and I still have that. Yes. I still have it on the side. So, and aside that, I joined John Maxwell company. It's an organization that trains you to be a coach. Because I just realized that so many ladies are like me. Yeah. They don't have other sources of income. And I believe it's something everybody should have because of that situation I went through. Mm-hmm. About a year and a half was terrible. Yeah. You know, not having the kind of money you used to have, you know. So, and I started Ephrata choices. I made my flyers. I registered my company. Started telling people about, and I started even getting jobs. I go to house party. My daughter, she's one of my. You know, we go to house party. We serve them food, make delicacies. So it was really going fine. And other people were asking me, "You have a job and you're doing it. You're making money. How can I also do it?" So I developed myself, went for coaching training, and I started coaching my friends for free. I started doing it for free, telling people, okay, what are you good at? Where do you live? Do you live where students are? Do you know how to make this? Okay, start making this. Let the students be aware that you can cook or you can make hair. And my friends, and that's how my coaching business also starts. I'm still into that as well. Yeah. So even as I am working, a full employee, I have other businesses based on my skills that I've been able to develop. And that's why I'm so passionate about getting people, especially young girls, to develop any other skills they have. It's good to focus your career. It's good. And I always want that. My children, they know that your education comes first. Yeah. But I still allow them to spread their wings and experiment whatever they really want to do. You know, so that's how I was able to overcome that situation. It was tough. It was tough, but I was able to. Yeah.
We could clearly see that your experiences has helped with the lead process anyway, which is really good. I think the final question would be, what's next for Leads, and what's next for you as well?
Okay, for me, that's a good question. Just, I told you, I'm someone that is more or less maybe passionate. I told you I'm very passionate about things. It's not that I'm restless. I don't want to use the word restless, but I'm passionate about things. And once I'm able to see a project to a certain level, I have capable hands, I look for other projects, you know. So what's next for me personally, I'm looking into going into Africa, looking at opportunities that I can, get in Africa. Yeah. So that's what is next for me. I don't know what exactly is going to be, but that's my next target, which is coming up next year. Personally, I don't know which country, Uganda, Nigeria, any African country. I want to go and look at opportunities I can tap into. So I'm going to have another business in that area. And for Leads, we've come a long way. One of the mission or vision of Leads is to actually have like, I don't know what to call it, like training session.
Workshops?
Sorry?
Workshops?
No, we've always do workshop.
Yeah. Like one-on-one building.
Yeah, training session, which is going to be like in a form of class training, you understand? More or less like a course.
Okay.
I don't really want to call it a course for now, but like a training, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 weeks training. Yeah. That people will be able to come, get trained on certain areas. We've been doing coaching, we've been doing workshop, but the next thing is and thank God COVID is gone, I want us to have training sessions for people. Okay. Training on, it can be anything, which we'll think about as, do a survey, look at what people really, really need to be trained upon. It can be as little as etiquette, eating etiquette, it can be as little as greeting, something that you think is very minute, but it can open doors for you. It can be something as networking, because people go to events and they don't even know how to network at events, and networking can open doors for you. So these are the things I really want us hands-on. Most of the things we'll be doing now is going to be hands-on, one-on-one, physical events. COVID is gone, it's never coming back, so we're going back to our physical events. We'll do more of our workshops as well, but I want us to do more trainings as well.
And that's about what, for all our ladies out there watching, any general advice you would give
to our girlies
all around development, just any general.
Okay, so as Lead says, ladies experiencing all-round development, physically, health-wise, financially, career-wise, relationship-wise, friendship-wise, family-wise, parents and child-wise, in every area. Because we women, we are specially created by God. And we are so equipped with so many things that can make this world better, if only we use them. If only we identify we have them. So this is what I want to tell all we girls out there. Number one, be your friends' cheerleaders. Any woman you see, be their cheerleader.
That's a good one.
Support one another. Support, collaborate. You even as simple as social media, even if you don't know the person, just click like and go. click like. It goes a long way. It goes double tap and just move on.
Yeah.
It really goes a long way. And I also want to preach agile mindset. If everybody can have agile mindset, this world will be the best. You understand?
Yeah.
That topic is for another day. You can go and Google and to understand what it means.
She said, I'm coming in again.
If you want her services, her Instagram will be somewhere.
Let us know if you want her back.
Oh yes, I'm still a financial coach if he wants my service, and I'm also an agile coach. So I'm there for you.
Financial literacy, all of that.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
So that was a good episode.
It was.
I really like that. How did you find it?
I'm so happy you guys actually invited me. Initially, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to go and do there? But I can see that it's very interesting. I may decide to come again if I'm being invited, you know. So
only if we invite you. That's a promise, though.
Well done, ladies. Well done, Ara. Well done. You guys have been a very good team players, and you brought up this idea. You know, everybody, they brought up this idea, and they are really focused on doing it. So this is one of the things we do in Leeds. Bring up your ideas. We support you as much as you can, and it's for you. They are the one developing. They are developing their skills. So join us. Be part of us. Okay.
Yeah, she's put in a plug. If you want to join the league team, you can just message us on Instagram or something, and then.
And for those of you,
and actually, it's true, because I remember somebody reached out to me to be part of the team because of your podcast.
Oh,
I told you guys, and now she's part of us. You know, so it's you guys are very good.
Podcast,
yeah. So guys, especially if you live in the Ireland area or Dublin, we're always doing something. So just follow our Instagram. You know, keep your notifications on. We'll always be posting, and if you have any questions or dilemmas or things you want to know, don't hesitate to message us at all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that was a beautiful season.
I'm proud of us. It was a good season.
I'm actually very proud of us.
9 episodes, guys. You did it.
Well done, ladies.
Even when computers and stuff weren't uploaded. Computers weren't
I have cried.
They didn't want the episodes to come out, but they did come out.
The devil was fighting, but we fight harder.
This will be our 9th episode.
So can I ask you guys one question before we go?
Yeah.
What's your plan for your podcast for next year?
As a lot of people have asked, we're getting more guests, guest speakers. I feel like we have experience, some experience in some stuff we talk about, but it's also good to get someone more experience or like an expert in that situation. So we'll have more guests. What else for the podcast?
I think it's also a good way of obviously getting lead, because the podcast is a branch of the lead tree.
Yeah.
So it's a way of getting leads out there in, Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah.
All over the world, and just knowing that, ladies matter, women matter, and there's always ways to develop yourself. So yeah, just more opportunities, more creations coming out. So yeah,
we have a lot of ideas of like different topics and different episodes. Like the episode prior to this was the freestyle episode, and we have other ones where we might not even just be talking about the scenario of girls. We might talk about men, or even invite a male guest to come and talk about ladies. But
that would be interesting.
And if you're a guy, you can watch this episode. A lot of guys have told me that why would I watch girls experiencing? No, it's good. Help your sisters, help your mom.
Of course, we watch guys podcasts as well, so why not?
So that'll be one main thing. Do you have any announcements and stuff for Leeds?
Well, by the time they'll see this, it'll be like start of December.
Yeah.
So I say definitely keep your eyes up, because January it'll be, first month of the new year. So
yeah, we'll be back in January anyway. We need a break as well
to make it better for you all. But we're always
for you to focus on your exams, my people.
So more workshops, more lives. Just if you follow us on Instagram. And follow our Spotify. Follow us on every handle, even Eventbrite as well, Chan. That's where everything goes down. So
so that's our what's next for this for leads anyway. So make sure you keep updated, follow us on everything as Blessing has said. Keep updated with us personally as well. You can keep updated with Coach Tinu.
We'll tag her on her socials.
We'll tag her on her socials. If you want one-on-one with her or anything, you can, like, she's a certified coach for business, especially for my business girlies out there who anyway, Salon, like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you so much for coming along. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Till next time, till next season, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Salon.